Welcome to Next Gen First to the Future Radio. I'm your host, Steve Ducharme. Our goal in the show is to bring you the next and next generation ideas for the builder, remodeler, or the home buyer. We talk to the people involved in the latest building systems and products so that you can stay informed on all things next gen. Today we'll talk about something that most of us take for granted. Very simple. It's windows. There's much more to consider these days when installing new windows on a new construction or a remodel. Unless you live in a subterranean house or a bomb shelter, windows are important, and installing the proper windows can cut your energy bills, protect furniture and other objects from fading, and provide an increased level of safety for you and your family. To help educate us on what to look for when buying new windows is David Barnes. David is president of Viwinco Vinyl Windows. And Viwinco will be providing the windows and sliding glass doors for the Next Gen First to the Future project with Ty Pennington in Florida. And David, thanks for joining us on Next Gen First to the Future Radio.
Well, thanks for having me, Steve.
David, Viwinco has been manufacturing windows for somewhere in the 30-year range. You can give me a little more exact history there. But tell us a little history on how the company started and some of the different changes and innovations that you've seen come along the way in the last 30 years.
Well, we started manufacturing windows back in 1982. Our family business was wholesale building materials, roofing and siding and exterior building products, and we were approached by a national manufacturer to see if we wanted to make replacement windows to sell along with our vinyl siding. And we hemmed and hawed on it for a year or two, and then finally decided that it was worth doing and pursuing. And we started buying windows from somebody else, and then we started making the brand, and we manufactured that for 25 years. And we grew from 6 guys screwing windows around tables to about 365 people during the building boom, manufacturing windows. And presently, right now, we're sitting at about 235 to 240 total employees. Everything is custom made, and where we started making replacement windows, we branched out into new construction, and then we started making impact-resistant windows probably about 10 or 12 years ago. And they were basically stock sizes because of the limitations on laminated glass. Well, I decided to invest in a laminated glass line so that we could custom size all the different types of products and geometrics, patio doors, and so we manufacture in-house now laminated glass. We temper glass, and those are 2 key ingredients in making an impact-resistant window.
Okay.
A couple years ago, we had such strong products that we then had commercial testing done. So we actually now have replacement, new construction, impact-resistant, and commercial-grade windows.
And, of course, impact resistance for areas that have hurricanes, tropical storms, any place where there's high winds, you're going to have projectiles flying around.
Well, if by code along the coastal areas, it's different state by state, but there's high-velocity wind zones. And by code, you have to use these types of products, and specifically in Florida, where they've been hit by a lot of hurricanes. We do a lot of business in the Carolinas. Obviously, they've been hit, and your average builder down there understands the type of stuff we talk about on a very technical basis up here at the plant. They talk about it out in the field, and so does the people in the state of Florida. But we go all the way up in through New Jersey, and it's up into New England, but it's not as widely used up there. And we did obviously have Sandy this past year, and we had Irene a couple of years ago. Irene had come through when I was doing a project for Ty Pennington on one of the extreme makeovers. And,
right.
Our product had no leaks and performed very well. And during Sandy, we had no issues. We actually had 0 complaints. And even though it wasn't a 100-plus mile-an-hour wind event, it was very damaging, obviously, from the rain and flooding. So we have become very knowledgeable because we actually have a test wall in-house, an architectural test wall. So we can see what different weather strippings do and sealants and glass packages. And we simulate, your impact testing where you've got flying debris such as a 2x4 we shoot out of a computerized cannon. And we test for air, water, structure, and impact. And then thermal testing is done out at the other people. That Berkeley Labs, I guess, is who does all that.
So I'm thinking impact resistance, but I hadn't thought what you mentioned is sometimes, there's not flying projectiles, but there's some heavy wind and there's water just being sprayed at a high velocity. So it's got to be watertight as well.
Absolutely. When you test for impact products, you start with a baseline. The gateway has to meet DP 50, which is design pressure 50. And it becomes an engineering situation in your product. Specifically, when you get to the water, you have to have certain height of walls that the water will not percolate up and over. We happen to have 1 3/8 down on our cylinder double hung, and of course casement and all those other products are designed specifically to have water management to get it out of there, because we'll be throwing, 8-10 inches of rain at it. We don't want to see anything come over on the inside of the house.
Exactly.
It defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Now, of course, you're doing this to protect your family. I assume you would get perhaps some better insurance rates, but what would be the difference in cost if you wanted to get these impact-resistant windows compared to normal windows?
If you take our regular products and then turn them into an impact-resistant product, it's about a 75% markup. But you get better sound transmission because the laminate that is in between the two pieces of glass on the laminated glass piece doesn't transmit vibration of sound like you would in just a regular piece of glass. Also becomes safety. It's like the windshield of your car. You can crack it, but try to get into it is a little difficult.
Right. So these have low E coatings on them?
Yes. Our laminated glass product will have a low E coating on the tempered piece, which is the outboard light. And then the inner layer itself, the DuPont product, the polyvinyl butyrol, that actually cuts down ultraviolet as well.
Okay.
And then the airspace is then filled with an argon gas. And then what we can do for the perimeter of the insulated glass unit, which they call the spacer, we actually make that of stainless steel so that we can reduce the thermal transmission along the edge of the glass.
Okay, so you're going to get a higher reflectivity. You're going to save on your energy bills. Sounds like the house is going to be a little quieter. You will block a lot of the UV rays that do fade furniture and carpeting and art objects and that. So you get a lot there. But was I correct earlier when I said that if you had these windows, especially the impact-resistant windows, would you pay less for your homeowner's insurance?
Well, it varies state to state from what I'm finding out. I know that you get a reduction of wind and hail down in the Carolinas. I don't know what how the insurance companies look at it, but I know in the state of Florida that because of all the devastation from the hurricanes in previous years, that they've got very antsy about it because there's a lot of damage in these weather events. But I know that there has to be some type of vehicle in place to have them, and based on where you live, would determine whether you're able to even get insurance or not, I would think. But I'm not the expert on that, but yes, there are states that have reductions in the policies.
Well, I just thought of something, and again, I don't know if it pertains to this, but as far as having a safe house, if somebody comes to your house with a baseball bat thinking they're going to gain entry, they take the butt of it and they're going to, quietly pop a little piece of glass out to get in, they're not going anywhere, are they?
Not quietly.
No.
And not with a baseball bat.
Yeah. So I would think even in that case, and again, I'm not the insurance expert either, but seems like if you had a security system and these windows, insurance company ought to give you a break.
Well, it's funny you say that. We're up here in the suburbs of Philadelphia, and we have a townhouse project that was done, and one of the homeowners had over $1 million worth of artwork, and they did have a security system, but the builder wanted to put our impact-resistant windows in his model or in his section of the condominium. And it's made out of the same product as our other windows with just a few enhancements, specifically the glass package and a couple of brackets. But I'm sure the guy put it in just for a little bit of peace of mind. He says, they can obviously cut a hole in the wall, but I would just like to slow down the intruder.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, getting back to basics here, there could be some people who are listening to this who still have aluminum windows. What is the real advantage of having vinyl over aluminum, especially if you're going to look at remodeling the house and getting new windows?
Well, obviously, aluminum's a great conductor, and PVC was big in Europe back in the 70s, and the United States, the building industry took over and took off, and just like vinyl siding took over aluminum siding, the vinyl window business, if I'm not mistaken, is about 70% of the windows sold in the United States now, and it doesn't transmit the heat and the cold. And a lot of times there's reinforcement that are put in different products, and they have been using aluminum up to this point, but now there's a number of products that are either fiberglass or composites that don't transfer any energy through them.
Okay. But if you do have aluminum, it would be a good idea to look at, especially if it's time to remodel, look at replacing those with a vinyl window and with low E glass in them.
Your energy savings will just be greater.
In building and remodeling, exterior and interior design is really becoming a more important consideration than it used to be. What type of choices and design elements can you help with people who are doing a new project?
Well, for a long time, we used to make windows in white and tan. Clay has become a very popular color in the Mid-Atlantic region and the Midwest. And so we actually have three solid colors, inside and out, white, tan, and clay. But we introduced a product last year that's an acrylic that is on the exterior of the house. And it's actually a graffiti-proof material, but it's got three layers to it, and one of the layers is a reflective layer. But it's a product that the Germans and the Europeans have been using for years, and it has a wood grain look to it. So on the exterior of a white window, we now can offer a dark brown, which is called bronze, and that matches the brown aluminum windows that were on the marketplace. We offer a cocoa brown, which is a little bit lighter in color, replaces a very popular wood window. And then we've got a clay exterior, we call it driftwood, so we don't get it confused with our solid product. And then we have a hunter green as well.
Now, we've been kind of concentrating on windows here, but I know in this project coming up, you're also going to be doing some of the patio doors. Do the same elements and options and choices we've been talking about, do they apply here also to patio doors?
Absolutely. Our patio doors, our entire product line, you can get in the three colors, the exterior colors, on a white product on the inside, and then we also, where people need a wood look to the inside, we don't put wood on it, but we do have some laminates that can mimic either oak, light oak or a dark oak, a cherry, and even a maple. And it's available in all our products as far as Ocean View, which is our impact window line, the S-Series, which is our new construction product, and then Cambridge is our best replacement product, and then obviously the commercial stuff as well.
As I went and visited your website earlier, I kept seeing some references to ease of use for consumers. How are these windows and patio doors, how do they help consumers with the ease of use?
Well, what you're probably seeing on our website is we have a product called Tilt and Lock on our double hung and single hung windows.